Hey guys, I want to talk about something that matters more than any drill, any play, or any game will ever run. I'm talking about belief, real deep down belief in yourself. What belief actually means. Belief isn't walking around saying, I'm the best. That's not what we're about here. Real belief is quieter than that. It's showing up to practice when you're tired. It's taking the next shot after you've missed three in a row. It's trusting that the work you're doing right now, even when it's messy, is making you better. Belief is knowing those reps will show up in the game next week, next month, next year. And here's a little bit of truth. Confidence isn't something you're born with. You build it brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day. You know, every time you make 10 free throws in your driveway, you're building confidence. Every time you work your weak hand until it doesn't feel weak, you're building confidence. Every time you mess up, but you try again instead of quitting, that's the strongest type of confidence there is. You earn the right to be confident by showing up. So when game time comes, you're not hoping you can make the shot. You know you can make the shot because you made that shot 1,000 times in practice and in training. Talent is great. We all have some, but consistency is your superpower. The player who trains 20 minutes every day will always pass the one who's, goes hard once a week, always. Consistency means training when you don't feel like it, sticking to your routine when it's boring, showing up when no one's watching, letting small improvements just stack into something big. Michael Jordan didn't become MJ in one summer. He became MJ by being consistent for years. Every single day mattered. There's going to be days where you don't believe, in yourself. Days where, you miss shots you normally make. Days where someone else looks faster or stronger or better. Days you wonder, if you even belong. That's normal. That's normal. Every great player's been there. I've been there. The difference is what you do next. On those hard days, you don't need to feel confident. You just need to act. You just take the next shot. You run the next drill. You show up tomorrow. Remember, feelings follow actions. So if you want to feel confident, you don't wait to feel confident before you move. You move first and the confidence follows. All right, so here's your challenge for the week. Three simple things. First, just pick one skill. So just one. Work on it for 10 minutes a day, every day. It doesn't matter what it is, just commit to those 10 minutes. Secondly, before bed, write down one thing that you did today to get better. Might be I made 15 free throws today. I did 50 left-hand dribbles. Could be, watching film for 10 minutes. It doesn't matter what it is, just one thing, and watch how it adds up. Lastly, when you mess up, and you will, say this out loud. That's part of getting better. Then move on. No drama, no spiral, just the next step. When I look, at the players in this community, here's what I see. Players who show up, players who care, players who, want to get better. That's what belief is built on. Not perfection, not being the best right now, but being committed to the process of becoming your best. You don't have to believe you're great today. You just have to believe you can get better today and then prove it by showing up. Every rep counts. Every practice matters. Every choice to push yourself, stay consistent, and keep believing when it's hard is shaping the player and person you're becoming. I believe in you. Your coaches believe in you. Your teammates believe in you. Now it's your turn. Believe in yourself, not with words, but with work, with consistency and with effort. Let's build something special this season together, one rep at a time. Now get out there and then get some work done.